Hi guys, we are on Unit 3, Lesson 1 in phonics. So let my screen shared with you. All right, Unit 3, Lesson 1. All right. Learning targets. I can practice my spelling words. I can read and write words with the ooh sound. I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story King Log and King Crane. Starting this unit, we will be learning 8 new spelling words every week. These are words that you will be studying at home. We will have a spelling test every Friday. Now, I want to fix that. If you are a virtual student and you are watching this video, you will do your spelling test every Monday, okay? So you will have your spelling test every Monday. So these are your spelling words. They have the long A, the long E, the long O, the long I, and a tricky word. So our long A words are seam and make. Our long E would be green and seed. Our long O would be stone. Our long I would be line and hide. And our tricky word is they. So let's review the family letter. This letter will explain activities that you can do at home with your families to help learn the words. And it says, I love spelling. So let me get to those worksheets here. All right, so there's our spelling words. Same ones we just went over, same, green, stone, line, hide, seed, and our tricky word, they. Our parent letter. It says,
Ashley Sutton, can you come to the office?
Dear family members, today we started Unit 3 of our Core Knowledge Language Arts. Starting with this unit, your child will receive a new list of spelling words each Monday. Okay, the purpose of having weekly spelling words is to help students become strong spellers and allow them to practice at home the skills learned during our language arts. Your child will receive the spelling words at the beginning of the week and will be tested at the end of the week. Now with virtual, you will get your words either Monday or Tuesday, and then your test will be the following Monday. There are 8 words each week. The words cover only the spellings that we have reviewed and taught in class, meaning that your child will only work with and be tested on familiar spellings. The last spelling word is shaded in gray to indicate it's a tricky word, and tricky words do not follow the expected spelling rules, so they cannot be reliably sounded out and spelled, which means their spelling must be memorized. Tricky words are also taught and reviewed in class. I also encourage you to work with your child each night to review the spelling words from 5 to 10 minutes. The activities can be fun and could involve having your child write the word, not just spelling it aloud. So here's a few activities. Say a sentence with the spelling word, but leave the spelling word out. Your child should guess which of the week's spelling words could complete the sentence. Or you could create spelling word flashcards. You could have a spelling bee at home. You could have your child to write each word in a short sentence or write a story with the word. Or you could even act out or draw a picture of the word if possible. Or you could have your child practice spelling the words in a different order each night. Do not just simply call them out in the order listed, because our test will not be given that way. Starting later this week, your child will also have a story that you'll be reading too, okay? It'll come home in, or it'll be in your documents. So if you have any questions, make sure to contact me, okay? All right, so let's go back to let me get this gone here. And let's go back to our slides. All right, so we are learning a new sound today. We're learning the boo sound, like in boo and soon. The power bar shows that this is not a common spelling. Repeat the following words that have the oo sound in the middle. Loop,
Hold on for a second if you can.
spoon, root, hoop, and hoot. And I hope you repeated those words after me. Repeat these words that have the oo sound in the end. Blue, zoo, two, moo, and shoe. Now the oo, as in soon, is a vowel sound. Notice that power bar. It's not a very common spelling. Sometimes it can be hard to hear the difference between the oo sound and the oo sound. I'm going to say word pairs. They sound similar, but one will contain the oo and the other will contain the oo sound, the u sound, okay? Close your eyes and repeat after me. Food, feud. Poo, pew. Ooh, you. Ooze, use. Full, fuel. Great job. Now you can open your eyes. So practice writing this spelling. So remember your O's, they go in a complete circle. Okay. So let's look at our worksheet 1.3. Notice it's practicing the double O, all right? You've got 2 lines there to practice the double O. Then you've got to practice the word soon, where you've got 2 lines to write soon. Now, please, friends, remember, don't just write the word once. You need to fill in the whole line and make sure it's sitting below, the dotted line and above the darker line there, okay? Make sure it looks like the word at the beginning of the line. You've got loot and room, so make sure that you fill out those lines completely, please. Unless we go to the next one. Nope, not yet. All right. So we've got King Log and King Crane. Reading time. Today we're going to read a story from our new book. Excuse me, friends. All right, guys, sorry about that. We had a fire drill, so I had to pause it there for a moment. So let me go back to sharing my screen again. All right, so we're going to read a story from our new book. The title of the book is Fables. In listening and learning, we have listened to stories about fables. Can you remember what fables are?
See you later.
A fable is a fictional or made-up short story. These stories include animals. This is often because the character in the fable include animals that can speak and think like humans. There is often a moral in the fable. The moral is the lesson. So let's preview the vocabulary. We have the word fools, crane, and tame. So fools are silly people. And a crane, as you can see, is a bird. And tame is calm. It's not wild. All right, so I'm going to escape here. And let's see here. Actually, I want to go one more. We're going to review our spelling before I go. We're going to see the long O and the long A, and then we've got a few tricky words. Our long O, fools, soon, and two. Our long A words are crane, hate, and made. And then our tricky words are once, we, and were. So our story today is King Log and King Crane. Once the frogs said, "We wish we had a king. We need a king. We must have a king." The frogs spoke to the gods. They said, "We ask you, the gods, to send us a king." There they're speaking to the gods. "The frogs are fools," said the gods. "As a joke, let us send them a big log to be their king." The gods got a big log and let it drop. The log fell in the pond and made a big splash. The frogs were scared of the log. They said, "King Log is strong. We must hide from him in the grass." And there's the gods. There's the log they drop, and there's the frogs. As time went by, the frogs came to see that King Log was tame. He did not bite. He did not run. He just sat there. "King Log is not a strong king," said one frog. "I wish we had a strong king." "I do too." "We must have a strong king." The frogs spoke to the gods. They said, "We ask you, the gods, to send us a strong king and send him soon." So there they're talking to the gods again. This time the gods sent a crane to be king of Frogland. King Crane was not like King Log. He did not just sit there. He ran fast on his long legs and he ate lots of the frogs. And there's the crane eating frogs. The frogs were sad. "King Crane is a bad king," they said. "We miss King Log. He was a fine king. We made a bad trade." The frogs spoke to the gods. They said, "We ask you, the gods, to send us back King Log." The gods were mad. "Fools," they said. "You said you must have a strong king. We sent you one. He is yours to keep." And there's the frogs looking up at the gods. Okay, so let's go back to our slides. Okay, who are the characters in this story? Think about that. Who are the characters in the story? The gods, the frogs, and a crane, right? What is the setting of this story? It was a pond, right? What did the frogs ask for at the beginning of the story? They asked for a king, didn't they? Why did the gods send them a log as their king? Do you think they were doing it just to be funny? They could have been, right? Do the frogs like King Log? Not at first, did they? Because he just kind of sat there, didn't do anything. But then later on in the story, they decided they liked him because he wasn't mean to him, right? Who did the gods send to the frogs after King Log? Ooh, they sent the crane, didn't they? How did King Log and the King Crane act differently? Think about the King Log. He just kind of sat there and really didn't do anything, right? Whereas King Crane, he ate the frog. He didn't like the frogs, did he? No. What lesson do you think the fable has to teach us? Well, let's think about this. What is the lesson of this fable? Well, I would think the lesson of this story is to be happy with what you have, right? Because if you want something else, it may not be what you want. So be happy with what you have. So let's look at our sheet 1.4, our story questions. Don't forget to do the back side of this one sheet where you have to put the words with the pictures. Okay, on 1.4, King Log and King Crane. What did the frogs ask the gods to send them? Make sure to mark your answer. And you can always go back in don't worry about the page because it says page, so don't write the page number down, just your answer, okay? Number 2, did the frogs like King Log? Yes or no? Why or why not? Did the frogs like King Crane? Yes or no? But why or why not? You need to make that you explain your answer. Number 4, who was mad in the end? Okay. Ooh, we don't need to go that far, do we? We're not on that lesson. So that's the end of those sheets. So let's go back to our slide. All right, so our learning targets were I can practice my spelling words, I can read and write words with the ooh sound, and I can ask and answer questions about key details in the story King Log and King Crane. All right, guys, that is the end of Unit 3, Lesson 1 Phonics. Bye.